The character I play is Marcellina. She has supposedly been a housekeeper to Bartolo. Bartolo is a lawyer and a doctor, Dr. Bartolo. And somewhere in their past, they have had a liaison and produced a child. We don't know that at the beginning of the opera. So at the start, I'm making Bartolo help me to make Figaro acknowledge a contract that he has. He borrowed money off me, and the idea was if he didn't pay it back, he had to marry me. So I'm terribly excited. Figaro is a very handsome young man, and I'm much older than him, so already it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that she thinks she's going to marry him. Anyway, so I try and force the issue and really make a fool of myself chasing around after him until in Act 3 I discover, by chance, because of a mark he's got in his arm, that he's in fact my son. So I can't marry him after all. So that's the comedy part of my role. And yes, she becomes really sympathetic because she helps him then when he thinks Susanna, his love, is being unfaithful to him. You know, she's terribly sympathetic and warm, and so her character goes through a huge change and becomes really sort of loving at the end, and fun-loving as well. The thing about Mozart is that he, and in this, obviously in this plot it's Da Ponte, the thing that he is fantastic at is setting the words so that you actually have to do very little to make it funny. For instance, the way the recit is written, the pitches he uses, the lengthening of certain notes to bring out certain words. For instance, when I suddenly say to everybody, no, this isn't Figaro who I want to marry. This is actually my son called Raffaello, and how that is written. It shows the humour. He shows the humour in that as well, and the human side, because then when I start to sing again, it's most beautiful music. So you get the humour in the recit and the story being told, and then you get the beautiful music. Everybody will have heard some music from it. Wonderful arias, lots of laughs. I mean, really silly things happen as well as the serious things. And the fantastic thing is this relationship, as we see in Downtown Abbey and Upstairs, Downstairs. There's a relationship between above stairs, and we have the Count and Countess in our opera, and below stairs, where we have Susanna and Figaro. And in the opera, you have the intrigue of the Count wanting to seduce Susanna, who is below stairs. I mean, it's so similar. It's just 200 years before Downton and Upstairs, Downstairs. But that intrigue is fantastic. So you have the humour of my part and Bartolo, and you have the intrigue between the two sets of lovers, above and below stairs. Quel vermiglio d'onesto colore